Hey, good morning everyone, TractorMan 44 here, and we're getting ready to start doing the sheet metal work and everything, try to get the roofing panels and stuff on. Now, the instructions say to install the roofing panels on the roofing sections before you install the sections. But obviously, as you can see how we did it yesterday, by ourselves, that we would have done some tremendous damage to those, or had the potential for doing tremendous damage to those aluminum sheets. And so, because of flexing and everything, every time you would flex that section, it would have a tendency to waller out the screw holes and everything and start a premature leak. So that's why I opted to go ahead and put them in later, after they're actually installed. So these sections here, we're going to go ahead and put the metal on and trim that half, and then the other smaller sections, we're going to go ahead and put those on down here on the ground and get the trim pieces on that. And that'll be explained whenever we're actually assembling them up on the roof, because of the way the roof sections have to go together. We'll see that in just a few minutes. So hey, that's what we're going to do. I think the missus is going to come out in a little bit. She's going to narrate again today, and we'll see what we get done. So hang in there.
I'm going to get a little bit closer. So we are now up to putting the panels on the roof. There's a couple of things here. The panels are coated on both sides with a plastic sheeting that you pull off. It's obvious which is the top. The ridges are on the outside. The one that goes toward the roof are slanted inward. The corrugating you see on the panels gives it strength. This is still pretty lightweight aluminum, about, you said 30 gauge?
Yeah, it feels like 30.
Maybe 30. One thing to note, there are screw holes already in this. The ones that are 1 inch goes toward the top. The 1.5 inch that are from the bottom go toward the bottom edge, because you have a little bit of an overhang. So if you notice that of where the screw holes are, so they're not the same at the top and the bottom. So you need the ones that are inset a little more go toward the bottom, where the water will drip off the edge. And you'll still have your holes there along your bottom edge of your roof. Whereas if you don't, if you have them, then they won't line up. So that's the thing, is note where the holes are. They didn't make a big deal of it in the directions, because I'm working with a person who understands sheet metal. He knew to look for that.
Kinda understand sheet metal.
Kinda, he's being modest. So, we have 2 sheets pulled off. So I figure we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 more to go. So we will be pulling off plastic for a while. Well, that's just the long panels, then there are the shorter panels. A couple of things about pulling off the backing on the front and back of these panels. I thought I would be able to do it without any help, but it really is a 2-person job to hold and 1 person to pull. You don't want to damage the metal, you don't want to scratch it, so it just takes 2 people, honestly, unless you're really good at it or you don't really, yeah. Anyway, another problem is these panels he's going to be able to reach standing through the holes in the roof, but those are 4, so he's going to have to figure out another way to reach the screws that are in that center section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wide part.
Yeah, in the wide part. So, it'll be interesting how he figures that one out. So, to be continued as we pull more plastic off. The answer to not putting up completed large sides, large roofing things, is to complete it after it's up. So you have to get up on ladders, 1 man, 1 ladder, lots of screws, and finish fastening the panels down while you're leaning over them. Now, the side angles are going to be a little more challenging to get to the center, but he can't finish up the back edge anyway until there's another piece of metal that goes on after it's completed. So that will have to be done from a ladder also. So any he can't reach, he should be able to reach then, but it's going to be kind of high. And it's really warm out here today.
Just right.
Just right. Up here.
The center section is a little tight right here.
It is?
I got put one arm up.
Oh, okay.
Then bring another stuff.
Oh gosh, good. What if you get stuck on top of the roof?
Call Herbie.
Why would I call Herbie? He's the local funeral director.
He's who I called when I thought I was having a heart attack.
Well,
If we don't get another thing, we got 2 pieces of it.
that's true. Just sit in the middle. All right, to be continued. Again, in case I haven't told you, this is for entertainment purposes only and is no way intended to be an instructional video on how to construct a gazebo that you get in a kit from a distributor that sends you a booklet that tells you how to do it the way they recommend, with lots of people and lots of ladders and lots of safety precautions, just to let you know. We just had a verbal exchange about right panel, left panel, and whether it's a right panel or left panel, it's from the bottom up and not the top, so that you know. So there are equal numbers of right panels and left panels. Actually, there's more of the right panels and left panels than there are of the straight panels, because once you get to the small angles, the small roof sections, they're just the angled parts and then the little narrow thing left on the side. But as I explained to him, and he knows, it's just like fabric. You don't cut all of your pieces out on the top. You have to fold it together so you get pieces so that your materials, the outside part of the material, is put together and not one inside and one outside. So people who sew understand what I'm saying. And it's the same way with sheet metal. You have to cut it for different sides because you don't want your ridges to be half up and half down, if that makes sense. So now he's going to try to reach as many of the places to fasten the screws to that he can reach, and he'll move his ladder in a bit to get as many. Some of them he's just going to probably have to get with a ladder from the back side. The front won't be as bad. It's closer to the ground. Yay! We're getting close to being almost finished with this large section. We put the second triangular, it's not X, it's more of a pointy quadrilateral. Anyway, it's going on, and then we'll have that last little section on this side to put up, and then this side of the long panel will be completed, and we'll get to start on the other one. So, making progress. We're now starting on the second large side. He's put up the 2 center panels, and now he's getting ready to put up the longer angles on the side. This time we took all the plastic off and both angles are ready. So we've got them set up so that all he has to do is come down and grab those 2 panels and the little angles. So this side should go faster. Side note, don't put the metal in the sun. It gets really hot. The good thing is it does cool off quickly, but it gets really hot. Another thing, probably you should be working with the metal wearing gloves. Gloves are kind of clumsy, so unless you have really tight-fitting gloves, it makes it difficult to hold the screws in. Just saying, use gloves. This is... What? This is for entertainment purposes only, not of what you should do or safety lessons. But keep your metal cool, wear gloves if you need them and you like them. Now, what did OSHA say?
Never step on anything more than 2 steps below the top of the ladder.
Well, I can't see the top of the ladder because the beam is, so I'm assuming that you have not.
I have not.
Okay.
It's never my intention to do dangerous things.
Right. Do not do anything dangerous. We live by that rule. No danger. This is the left side panel.
I guess.
Yeah, it is. You measure from the bottom, the long edge. You not measure, it's orient from the bottom up. So when you're standing there looking at the bottom, if it's on the left, it's the left side panel. That's the way these plans are orienting, from the bottom up.
Well, this sure ain't ductwork.
Well, all right, moving the ladders, and then you'll go to the other side, and I am going to be taking a break. So you'll just know that it's going well. And if you see this, then you know he hasn't fallen off the ladder.
Yeah, because if I die, you gotta edit it.
If you die, I'm not putting it up. That's a terrible thing.
It sure ain't standing seam either.
It's not a standing seam. It's a rounded seam. It's just a gazebo.
Standing seam is what we put on our roof.
It's a gazebo. It's for entertainment purposes only.
Well, that's pretty. You seem to be the only one doing entertainment.
I'm entertained.
Man, there's that one way out there. I really got sketch.
Okay.
Oh, buddy.
See, you're not on the top of the ladder. You're a step down or two. There you go.
See that?
I know. That because your ladder wasn't solidly on the ground. Like you told me that it has to be.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Well, that's another thing.
Okay, I'm ready for a triangle.
Oh, the little one? I've got them laid out for you. They've been deplasticized and everything. Okay, you just finished putting the last little section on this, and we're talking about putting the, are you going to go ahead and put the other sections on?
Yeah, then I put the trims on all 4 at the same time.
Okay, and that will look a lot like this side.
Does that make sense?